Hey guys, welcome back to another battle video on the Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. Today we're going to be looking at, personally, my favorite deck that unfortunately recently got rotated out, as the Pokemon Trading Card Game does almost yearly. Actually, I'm pretty sure it's yearly. Older sets get replaced with the newer sets and are no longer tournament legal. This happens to keep the game fresh and exciting, and it's just how card games work, honestly. A deck I put a lot of time into making nearly perfect and playing almost like 70 times. No, I've played more than that. I played like 100 games. Actually, won 100 games on this deck, so I probably played even more accumulatively. Is the Yveltal Garbador deck, which I've christened Evil Garbage, which is a really dorky name for it, but that's basically the gist of it. So what is this deck all about, and why did it get rotated out? My assumption is Dark Patch. It was too OP. They had to get rid of it, honestly. And it was sort of an old card, too, so I guess that was kind of a bonus. So what does this deck revolve around? My favorite card in the PTCGO, Yveltal EX. Mostly Evil Ball, and making sure Evil Ball just gets ridiculous, and you can just do massive amounts of damage. So let's look at the deck list. We won one Team's Plasma's Absol Mind Jacks, just a really great one-hit wonder, I like to use the word. 100 HP, you know what it does. Next, we want to run Darkrai. This is actually still in effect, so that's really nice. Dark Cloak, really great. Just lets any Pokemon with Dark Energy retreat that are yours. A Night Spear is also super handy, because usually getting 3 Dark Energy on a Darkrai with Dark Patch and so on actually is not that difficult, so it's actually a pretty cost-effective attack. Another card that unfortunately got rotated in this deck is Sableye from Dark Explorers. Essentially, this deck runs a lot of items, and Junk Hunt was super helpful in getting those items back into your hand, like, you know, switches, random receivers, hypnotoxic lasers mostly, and Professor's Letters even. It was a really great card. It was around for too long though. It was really too good. Also with enhanced hammers, which also got rotated out, and crushing hammers, which, you know, makes sense. We won one Yveltal, just the normal one, from the X and Y base. Oblivion Wing really helps accelerate the Yveltal EXs, and it's really great. Darkness Blade too, not too terrible of a move. Usually we won't be using that though, mostly we'll be using Oblivion Wing, which basically just helps get energy out of the discard pile. And onto our EXs. We run 3 copies of Yveltal EX, and yeah, it's pretty much a solely dark deck. It is weak, unfortunately, to a lot of fighting attacks and electricity, which is such an issue. A lot of people will tech just electric Pokemon like Raichu from X and Y just to completely counter Yveltal. And it is really annoying, but, you know, we're still pretty OP, so I think we'll be fine. I actually lied. We still do run 2-line of Trubbish and Garbador. Garbador's Garbotoxin is what makes it amazing. If this Pokemon has a tool attached to it, every ability, including yours, are negated 100%, because Yveltal does not need an ability at all to do massive amounts of damage. It's just amazing, and it's kind of unfair, honestly, at sometimes. That's pretty much the Pokemon line. It's really, I don't know if it's necessarily healthy for the game for a Pokemon with that much power without an ability to do much damage, but Lucario EX does the same thing, so I don't really know. I think that, yeah, Dark Patch is a little broken and really makes mostly dark type decks really some of the most viable. But, yeah. So those are the Pokemon line. Let's now look at our items. We've got 2 bicycles. Bicycles really help to get, you know, just cards, and you can Junk Hunt for them. So that's also nice. Dark Patch, basically this deck's entire goal is to get dark energy in the discard, then bring them back with Dark Patch. Whether you can do that or not always, but hey, it can only be on a benched Pokemon too, so it's not the active. You got to keep that in mind, but that's why we run a Darkrai, so we can retreat and do all that jazz. Dowsing Machine is my ace spec of choice. I just prefer Dowsing Machine. It's really great. Some people run Random Receiver, and some people even run Computer Search. I don't think Computer Search is that good with this type of deck. So yeah, I go Dowsing Machine, because sometimes you want to Sycamore a ton of energy, but there'll also be like a Verbank City or a laser you want to get back. So you use Dowsing Machine to get those cards that you're eventually going to Sycamore away. Got 2 Professor Letters. We run a ton of energy in this deck, 8. So the faster we can get that into the discard pile, the better, honestly. because that's going to power up Yveltal even quicker. So that's why we run 2. Okay, I go back and forth on this. I do like 4 Hypnotoxic Lasers, but sometimes I want like more support, like for my supporters, like random receivers and you know all that stuff, and more Skylas and all that. So honestly, I'd go 4, but it's my personal preference. I only go 3 because usually I don't really need that more. I know that sounds kind of cocky, but it's really not. Random receiver is a fantastic item to run in this deck because you basically get to go through your deck until you hit a supporter, then you get to put that supporter in your hand and shuffle. It's really great. That can also be junk hunted, so it's really nice. I'm really on 1 switch because 9 times out of 10 Darkrai is going to be in effect, and we also have 3 float stones, so it's really not the end of the world if we can't retreat. 4 Ultra Balls, obviously to discard Darkness Energies, and we only run 1 Colress. I only do this because usually I do not have a full bench with this deck most of the time. I don't know if that's just me, but I just really don't see that happening a lot, honestly. As odd as that sounds, I mean, you can put as many Pokemon on the bench as you want, but most of the time, I only have like a couple, like Yveltal, maybe a Sableye, and mostly Trubbish and Garbador. So we run 1 Lysandre, because usually I'm just going to plow through everything and do so much damage. It's really not a big deal. As that sounds so silly, but the 1 Lysandre is good. I like it. I like it. Mostly, I don't have more in here just because when I hit random receivers, I want to make sure I get more draw supporters, because 9 times out of 10, that's what I need. We run 2 Ends. We're probably going to take a lot of prizes with this deck. So I just like running N. He's cool. He's cool. Sycamore, basically 100% necessary in the deck. Always run 4. Super important to discard Dark Energies and make sure they're in the discard and they stay there. And also, just cards are good. You always want Sycamore, man. He's awesome. He's a great professor. We got 2 Skylas. Skylas, fantastic supporter. Just lets us get our tools that we're going to have to attach to Garbotax and Garbador, just so we can use that ability. We got 2 Verbank cities to go with our lasers. Where on earth are the lasers right there? We do that just because, you know, more damage. You see, you put 3 counters on a poison Pokemon a turn. That's just too good. Always, it just helps in getting those knockouts. We got 3 Float Stones. I've seen people run less. I think Float Stones are really great in this deck. Not only can you attach them to Sableye and get them out of there, because you usually don't want to attach too much energy to Sableye, because, you know, you want to have one for Junk Hunt, but you also want to retreat. And sometimes your Darkrai might be in play, but you might have Garbotoxin up, so yeah. That's why I like running more Float Stones than Muscle Bands, actually. And 2 Muscle Bands just to do tons of damage with Evil Ball. That's basically why I thought about adding another, but it works for me right now. 4 double colorless energies, obviously just power up Evil Ball as much as possible, and 8 dark energies. This deck was pretty much the first one I seriously built. The other one I built was kind of just for fun. I just like spamming EXs in a deck because they looked cool. But yeah, this is pretty much the one that won a lot of regionals, actually, and I was like, alright, I'll give my own spin on it, and I really do like it a lot. Unfortunately, cards in it got rotated out, so that means we're going to play it an unlimited, so it actually might take a while for me to find a duel. And okay, it looks like we have found a match against Bajirk. Okay, let's do it for the... Yes, we got it, nice. So with this deck, I actually like to go second. I know that's a little weird. Okay, this opening hand could be better. Sycamore is good. I'm not sure if I want to ditch a Garbador yet, though. I wonder what type of deck my opponent is playing. I guess we'll find out as soon as they flip the cards. Come on. That's his tech part takes on. Oh, he's choosing his bench. My bad. And okay, we actually got a mirror match for once, which is an interesting way to go about this. I decided to bench my Yveltal EX and get the Garbador. Actually, not the Garbador. The normal Yveltal in play. He has the Darkrai on the bench, and he's going for the laser. So yes, it literally seems like we have the same exact deck. And in that case, Garbador is actually not a priority, believe it or not. Because if we are running a similar deck, let's see what I'm doing here. We're gonna attach an energy. Do I want to? I want to discard the energy. Okay, we're gonna attach a Muscle Band, and we're gonna get a new hand. I have plenty of other Dark Patches in the deck, and I can get them back with tools. So, okay, DCE, that is a great grab. I guess we're just gonna play Dark Patch onto there. I hope he does not have Enhanced Hammer. That would totally suck. And then put the double colorless bench our Darkrai. Let's see, I attach this turn. Let's bicycle for another card, and okay, we got an energy. So next turn, I can retreat into Yveltal. But here's the issue. Basically, he's going to be trying to power up his Yveltal, and I'm going to be trying to power up my Yveltal. So it's kind of like an arms race, and like whoever shoots first basically loses. Because if he attacks with his, then I can easily just switch mine in, get the revenge kill, and there goes all of his energy. Either that or get a Lysander. So he is going to realize that and actually go into Stunky with a smoke screen, which is an interesting tech, I guess. Just put a ugly promo Yveltal on the bench. Play random receiver. And alright, we got Sycamore. So let's see. I don't want to put too many tools down, but I'm going to lose them anyways. So it's like, whatever. If he has a megaphone, he has a megaphone. There's not much I can do about it. Let's go ahead and get some more energy into our hand with Professor's Letter. And okay, things are looking decent. I'm going to ditch that energy with, oh my gosh. The Ultra Ball, I can't think of the word. And okay, Lysander is not prized. Other Yveltal is not prized. Garbador. Actually, not jack crap. I should have done that. Let's just be on the safe side. Shoot out our laser. We don't have Verbank in play, which is fine. 1 damage is fine. And also, we're going to get the head. So, it's going to be put to sleep. Alright, I guess we'll just bicycle. It looks like we're not really in a scenario where we're going to get to see what Sableye does in this deck. Which is kind of unfortunate, because I kind of think it's the all-star of the deck, honestly. And unfortunate for my opponent, he got the Tails on the flip. So his little Stunky's going to stay asleep. This deck is honestly, it gets too much power too quickly, and it's really obnoxious. Going for the Hard Charm on his Yveltal, that is interesting. That is definitely interesting. I still don't know if he's playing the Trubbish Garbador variant. And okay, still asleep. That is a very unfortunate scenario. Okay, I guess we can bench Abs. Do I want to do that, though? Yeah, we'll just do it. Who cares? Who cares? We're going to put an energy onto Yveltal, play N, because we haven't took a prize yet. We're going to get 6 cards. So here's the deal. What exactly do I have to do? Getting that Lysander definitely is great. I could just pass. I still have, like, 70 HP still on this Yveltal this turn. I guess we'll just attach a Trubbish Garbador, and then we can just ditch another energy in this Yveltal that I'm probably not going to use. Having 3 Yveltals fully powered up is kind of pointless. Get out Garbador in our deck, which we did have. So now his energies are kaput. He cannot take his Stunky out. And I'm going to use Oblivion Wing to do 30 damage. And, wait, I think Stunky's dead either way. Yeah. We're going to attach energy onto our Yveltal EX, and there's really nothing my opponent can do at this point. I have perfect setup. I even got I got Verbank now. It's just like, it's pretty much game over at this point. My deck accelerated far quicker than his could, and really 2 energy on an Yveltal at this point in the game, if you're running this style of deck, is a little pathetic. As mean as that sounds, I really don't know what he's going for here. He can... Oh, there goes Lysander. I guess I shouldn't jump with the gun too quickly. I don't know why he runs Stunky. That's such an odd addition. And okay, I guess losing Verbank wasn't the end of the world there since he put his own down. And we're going to take more ticks of poison, but it's fine. We do have that float stone, so let's see. What would be the best course of action? I could just pop out and deal massive damage. I need to find that Lysander. Goodness. Don't have random receiver. I guess I'll just... This is really overextending, but I think I'm just going to attach, that to Darkrai. And then maybe an energy onto him. Go for laser, get out of there, and then put in something else. I feel like that's the best play to make. See, the Hypnotoxic Laser is also great because it gets past items. And yeah, we're just going to Sycamore here. Did not get Lysander, gosh dang it. Let's just retreat into our own Darkrai with the Float Stone. If he has a Startling Megaphone, I'm absolutely screwed, which is bad. I don't even run my own Megaphone in this deck, which I really should have put in, but I don't really feel like these hard charms are going to be too big of an issue. He cannot use his ability. He cannot get rid of that poison without losing 2 energies. And it seems like he doesn't even have that many energies to begin with, so I don't know. I think I honestly could just ditch my entire hand, get Lysander, go on to his Yveltal, and basically end the game. This is what I'm saying. This is what I was saying, like, okay, basically whoever attacks first with their fully powered up Yveltal is going to lose. So probably isn't the best example of how this deck is supposed to be played. It's usually more fierce, but this is how you're supposed to do it, basically. If you're in my position, you just get your board filled with Yveltals, and I think he may... Oh, no, okay, he's not AFK. That's good, that's good. Please let me just get one attack off, man. One attack. Basically, if I get, no, I'm not sure if I want to Sycamore again, though. That would be really, really bad. I could potentially Skyla. And okay, he's playing Getsis. What Getsis does is basically takes all the items out of your hand. And yeah, let's just read it, I guess. And you get to draw equal the number of items that were discarded that way. And it's full art. It looks pretty darn cool. From, I think that's Boundaries Cross. No, that's Plasma Storm, I think, is that little icon thing. Yeah, because Boundaries Cross is like a little different. He's just going to attach to Darkrai. He's not going to be able to use Night Spear. And I honestly think this is game. He knows that he lost. Guys, this is the most exciting battle, but it's actually the only one I could find, and not a lot of people playing Unlimited. He's going to try and retreat into Yveltal. He's not going to be able to knock me out. It's basically game. Yeah, and he just concedes. That's the power of Yveltal, man. This won't be the last battle I'll get with this deck. I'm sorry, that was kind of mediocre at best, but that's basically how the deck is supposed to function. And yeah, thank you all for watching this episode of the Pokemon Trading Card Game Online. See you soon with the more battle videos, now that I have way more cards than I used to. So yeah, see you guys in the next video. Bye.